Let's dive into seasonality. It's honestly one of my favorites, though I'm not entirely sure why. I really enjoy looking at this dataset. The goal with seasonality is to grasp how our revenue ebbs and flows. Since we're a seasonal business, it's normal to see higher revenue in certain months and less in others. We need this understanding to anticipate how expenses will impact our revenue during slower months. By doing so, we can fine-tune our controls to align with expected revenue and set realistic targets for our team. It's just not feasible to expect the same revenue every month. Setting realistic goals using historical data is crucial. We're breaking down HVAC service and installation. And even if the data says 2025, go ahead and load it in if that's what you have. If you possess more data, please load in 2 to 3 years of it. Add together the revenue from January over these years. What's our total January revenue? Divide that by the number of months you're considering, whether it be 2, 3, or more. Calculate the average revenue for January and do the same for February, using data from the last few years, or even just one if that's all you have. This will provide a clearer picture of how revenue trends. You might have made improvements, but the pattern of revenue flow will generally hold steady over time. More data gives a better average. Load in each month's average revenue over multiple years. For instance, HVAC service in January might historically generate 8% of your total revenue, 7% in February, and so on. This helps identify your strongest historical months, and the more data, the better the accuracy. You'll notice, for example, that June and July are particularly robust. Focus on optimizing performance during these months. Meanwhile, February, March, and September tend to be weaker. With this data, you can create initiatives and plans and adjust your budget accordingly. Consider crafting promotions to boost revenue during these weaker periods. Alternatively, these could be the months you choose for downtime, such as approving vacations. This is valuable information, and we apply the same approach to installation revenue. There's significant correlation, though not perfect alignment. July often sees most revenue from installs, which makes sense. So that's how you leverage seasonality. You'll soon see how this integrates with your budget tab, which is what we'll discuss next. Catch you in the upcoming segment.